All right. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel. I'm checking out Wyatt. He calling me out. Why he always trying to pick with me? Why is Wyatt always trying to pick with me? Oh my goodness. But do I think it's okay that she say it and then they show up for her country? No. Why is he always trying to pick with me? She's just the book. Why he calling me out by name? Why? She is the vocal. She's the vocal of what they already thinking and what they do. Man, this dude. He and he want it. He want it. And he do it when he know it's like 3:00, 2:57. He know I can't call in. So all I can do is feverishly with my big fat fingers try to text real quick. He know what he doing. He know what he doing. Oh my goodness. And he keeps me frustrated. I like Wyatt. I like his show. And I don't mind going back and forth with Wyatt. I don't mind it at all. Maybe I'll get to that in a minute. He's still stuck on that chick. He just picking with me. He picking with me. And he know I can't resist. Look, the people who text in here negative, nasty stuff about me, they know what they doing because they know, I can't just look at it and let it go. Well, I can. I do sometimes. But for the most part, they know I enjoy that. They know it. Oh, so he picking with me. And this is not the best day for me. Got some horrible. We got some really bad and sad news. So I'm processing all of that. And nothing to do with Wyatt or anything like that. Me and Wyatt gonna go back and forth. On a good day, on a bad day, we gonna go back and forth. Especially on stuff that we disagree with, because we actually agree on a lot of stuff. But on the stuff that we disagree with, we gonna go back and forth. But he picking with me. Like I like to pick with Lincoln. It's all fun. And it's all good. Good afternoon. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I'm with you until probably about 4:30 today. Maybe 5. I don't have anything to discuss today. I don't have anything to talk about. So I'm with you probably till about 4. What in the world? I'm with you probably until about 4:30 today. Hold on, I'm still trying to get everything set up here because I got, no, not you. Let's take you. Move you over here. Hold on, I'm getting to the hellos. Put you there. That should be good. All right. So, come on in. Say hello to me if you don't mind. Y'all know I like that. Say hello to me if you don't mind. Tell me where you're checking me out from. I'll say hello to you and, celebrate your neighborhood. I don't know what you call that exactly, but I'll say hello. Let's get started. Robert Willis in the house. Good afternoon, Robert Willis. Good afternoon. We got Terry Anderson checking us out from downtown. Good afternoon. Miss Pittsburgh, she says hello to everyone. So I'll say hello to you, Miss Pittsburgh. We got Erica checking us out from Reading, the speed trap capital of Hamilton County. They might not actually be, but they be sitting out there trying to write tickets. Good afternoon, Erica. We got Anthony in the house. Good afternoon, Anthony. Carolyn from East Walnut Hills. Good afternoon, Carolyn. Good afternoon. Karen says hello to everyone. Good afternoon, Karen. Good afternoon, Shirley, my cousin. She says good afternoon, checking in from Westchester. Good afternoon, Shirley. Got Maria in the house. North College Hill. Good afternoon, Maria. And North College Hill. Miss Pittsburgh, that damn Sexy Red. Yeah, he talking about Sexy Red again. Talking about Sexy Red again. Trying to get on me. But he had to admit, okay, what you're saying is factual. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. What I'm saying is factual. And if you facts over feelings, then what I'm saying should matter. And then you can go on and talk about your feelings. But don't pass your feelings off as facts. But good afternoon, Miss Pittsburgh. Brenda in the house. Fairfield. Happy Monday, Brenda. Happy Monday. Let's see. Angela in the house. Good afternoon, Angela. Good afternoon. We got Edward in the house. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Edward. April. I haven't seen your name up here in a long time. You boycotting me, April? Is that what's happening? You boycotting me? Nah, I'm just playing. I might have seen it Friday and just don't remember. Good afternoon, April. Checking us out from Avondale. Good afternoon. Breenie in the house. That's my sister. Good afternoon. Checking in from Covington. We got Andrea in the house. Checking us out. Gulf Manor. The streets of Gulf Manor are really dark when it's dark. That don't make sense to it. But y'all might not even know what I mean. You know, I used to live in Gulf Manor. I used to have to walk down from, I can't remember the name of that street. I don't know why I always forget the name of the street. And had to walk down to the Cincinnati Gardens. And it was dark. It was really dark. But good afternoon. Good afternoon, Andrea. We've got McConnell in the house. Fairfield. Good afternoon, McConnell. Good afternoon. Dwayne Larkin from Mount Airy. Good afternoon. I always want to put an S on the end of your name. Larkins. It flows, but there's no S. So I won't put it there. Good afternoon, Dwayne. Pamela in the house. Pamela checking in from North Avondale. Good afternoon, Pamela. Good afternoon. Karen says West End. All right, West End in the house. And Edward clarifies he's checking us out from Mount Healthy. All right. Diane says good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to you too, Diane. Edward says he ain't here for my little raggedy commentary. He here for the comments. All right. You ain't got to be disrespectful like that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be disrespectful, but I understand. Got Preston in the house. I said Avondale checking in. All right. Good afternoon, Preston. Mary checking us out. White Oak in the house. All right. A lot of white people over there in White Oak, right? Not that there's anything wrong with it. Is it a large black population in White Oak? But good afternoon, Mary. We got Daryl in the house. Checking us out from, I'm assuming FP is Forest Park. in the house. April said, I'm sneaking on from work. All right. And Dwayne say, nah, ain't no S. That's a whole different family. All right. Lewis says, Decatur, where it's greater. I'm not sure what that means. You're not in no Decatur, Alabama or Decatur, Georgia. Is there a Decatur, Ohio? You could be wherever. I don't know where you are. But either way, good afternoon, Lewis. Good afternoon. Stephanie in the house. Stephanie Hyde in the house. Can't beat that. Good afternoon, Stephanie. Kim, good afternoon. Checking in. Eye Institute. Oh, Eye Institute. But she's there with her sister. Somebody eyes, you need some help. Hope they get the help that they need. Kim, good afternoon. LaDonna in the house. What's up, LaDonna? She said, hey, fam. That's pretty much to y'all. It's like ignoring me. She's talking to the fam, not to the dude doing the show. I'm taking stuff personal today. I don't know what's going on. Princess Flower in the house. She says, hello, great afternoon. Fairmount in the building. Zone 25. I don't know all this zone stuff. But Fairmount in the building, that's one that I very rarely see. So, all right, Fairmount. Good afternoon, Princess Flower. John, loving the Wyatt E-Man back-to-back, checking in from Westchester. All right, John from Westchester, checking us out. Good afternoon, John. You hear him picking with me? You heard him picking with me, right? Trying to start something. Talking about smoke and all that kind of stuff. Like, oh, my goodness. It's Wyatt just gonna pick with me. See, here's what happened. He met me, right? And he know he taller than I am. Y'all know how people do when they find out that they taller than you are. They want to bully you and poke you in the forehead like that. That's what he's doing metaphorically. I didn't know what's ever poked me in the forehead like that. I don't even know where I came up with that. Good afternoon, John. Jeannie in the house. Good afternoon, Jeannie. She says happy Monday. Scott Bain, former co-worker of mine. He's a good dude and a preacher. I don't know if y'all knew that. He's a preacher. Maybe, Scott, I'll ask you to take us out, to give the benediction today when the show is over. And you can do a prayer. Good afternoon, Scott. Scott Bain, West Walnut Hills in the house. LaDonna want to know where is White Oak. Lewis say he in Decatur, Georgia. Cindy says she's here. Well, good afternoon, Cindy. She's here, but I don't know exactly what that means. Darren says good afternoon. He checking in from Madisonville. Cindy only knows on 15. See, that's how you do it. You make it personal, LaDonna. Hi, man. Hi, LaDonna. Hi. My heart is a little warmer now. Regina in the house. Regina says good afternoon, y'all. Let's see. Got Lonzo checking in from work, making that money. You can't beat that. Making that money. You can't beat that. Daryl says, who isn't taller than you? Daryl, a hater. Daryl is a secret hater. Well, okay, I don't know that it's so secret, but he is a hater. He is a hater. Let's see. Daryl says White Oak is right next to Mount Airy. Princess Flower says, I just went and picked up my tickets to see Michael Jackson at the Aeronaut. I'm so excited. Ooh, should I tell her? I don't know if she, and it might hit a little hard, but Michael Jackson is dead. He died like a long time ago. He is not going to be at the Aeronaut. I'm sorry. I feel bad having to break the bad news. Shahara, she's in the house. It's a good afternoon, everybody. Happy Monday, y'all. She's present and checking in from Bond Hill. Can't beat that. Nikki says, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Nikki. And let's see. So mean. What? It is not mean to say that a dead person is dead. That's not mean. Plus, she bought tickets to see Michael Jackson. Scott say, if he there, I'm not going. Well, he could have been resurrected, so he could. Well, if Michael Jackson was the second coming, like Jesus, wouldn't that be something? We got Brent in the house, checking in from Dallas, Texas. All right. Well, welcome everyone to the show. Again, I don't really have much to talk about. Like, I don't have much to talk about today. I've been busy all day. Didn't get a chance to check out and see what's in the news. I didn't do much this weekend except get out in the yard. So I didn't really pay much attention to any news or anything like that. I do have to say, did everybody see Mitch McConnell malfunction? Did everybody see Mitch McConnell malfunction? What was that? It was weird and scary. It was, hold on, let me see if I can pull it up. I believe everybody saw it, but it was weird and scary. A part of me wanted to make fun of him, but you don't really want to make fun of him. What is he, like 90 something? Let's see. How do I put it up here? Let's see if this will pull it up. Let me go here. I think this one is coming from this one. Oh, come on, screen. All right, let's see if we can get it. Here we go.
A regular Senate ritual interrupted today by 19 seconds of silence, quickly turning to concern for the health of Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, who appeared to freeze up as he began his weekly news conference.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. We're on a path to finishing the NDA this week. It's been good bipartisan cooperation and a string of
His fellow senators, including John Barrasso, a medical doctor from Wyoming,
you want to say anything else to us?
Eventually helping the 81-year-old McConnell away from the podium. Returning moments later, the Senate's top Republican shrugged off a reporter's question about the moment.
Fine, you're fully able to do your job.
McConnell, who in January became the longest-serving party leader in Senate history.
All right. And I know that might have seemed a little weird, but they even cut it short. It was like, for real, like almost 20 seconds of everybody just waiting for the next word. Like, he legit malfunctioned. And I don't want to mock him because that's serious. That's serious. But it does make me think, I've said for a long time, I'm not the only one who's ever said this, of course. I've said for a long time, look, y'all, we need term limits. We need term limits. You should not be 81 or whatever he is up there in Congress unless you started up there at 75 or, 69. That we need term limits. 2 terms for Senate, maybe 3. Okay, maybe 4. So their terms are 2 years. So maybe 4 years for the House, 4 terms for the House, which would be 8 years total. 2 terms for the Senate, which would be 12 years total. And, we already got the 2 years for the presidency. And I believe there should also be term limits on the Supreme Court. I believe the drafters of the Constitution and all that, I think they got that part wrong. But it was scary to watch. And like I said, I'm not even a Mitch McConnell fan. But look, as a human, I feel a certain way when I see another human in what looks like distress. I heard Wyatt talking about, what's her name out of California? Feinstein, whichever one it is. I heard him talking about her coming in. And what is Dianne Feinstein's like 90-something years old. And she's been out for a while. And I'm sorry, you should probably step down. Step down. Step down. Leave. Go take all that money that you've amassed. You're 90 something years old. Go enjoy these last years or months or whatever you got left. Go enjoy it. Take your time and enjoy it. Let me see. Brent said 10 years for the Supreme Court. I can go with that. I can go with that. But I'm tired. Look, I think Joe Biden is too old to be up there running the country. I think Donald Trump is too old to be up there running the country. Mitch McConnell is too old to be up there running the country. Maybe y'all could be on as advisors. That's a good place for older people. That's a good place for older people. You know, you get some slightly younger people. I don't necessarily want. See, I don't necessarily want people in their early 20s up there. I think about some of the things that I thought in my early 20s, and then if I would have had the opportunity to kind of put those on the nation, it might not have been great. Might not have been great. Maybe a healthy mix of, you know, mid-20s through 50s. About 65 maybe. Same with retirement age. When it's time for you to retire, it's time for you to retire. Get out. And, you know, lobby for some younger person, and you can become their advisor. For people, wise people, I believe, seek the counsel of older, wise people. People who've been there, people who have experience, all of that kind of stuff. I think wise people do that. So to have a senator or a representative or a president be able to say, hey, yo, Mitch, man, you went through something like this back in the day. What you think? Yo, Barack, man, you went through something like this back in the day. What you think? Yo, Diane, you went through something like this back in the day. What you think? And listen to those people and take their counsel. They don't make the decisions. They just give you that perspective and their wisdom. I don't see nothing wrong with that. We got too many old people up there. What is Maxine still up there? Is Maxine still up there? She need to be gone too. She need to be gone too. And I'm not saying, maybe I am saying, I'm not saying you're too old to do it. That's why I say term limits. Look, if you go and you run and you're 73, then your term limits start then. I want to see term limits. I want to see term limits. I want to see term limits. Nikki says, but are any younger folks stepping up to run? Yes, constantly. But it's not just that simple. It's not just that simple. You don't think that, we know Steve Chabot, he was a representative for years. He might even run again. You know, Greg Landsman unseated him, and he might run again. You don't think that some younger Republican wanted that seat? But people understand, you know, pecking order and it's your turn and all of that kind of stuff. So if Steve Chabot says, I'm not running, guess what? I bet you some younger Republican will say, I'll run. What, I got a shot at winning a seat? I got some good ideas. I'll run. So yes, I think sometimes younger people don't run out of respect for the older people. I think that happens sometimes. Sometimes, it's the party. The party makes it known this is so-and-so seat. And there's a what's the term I'm looking for when people look down on you for doing something? Excuse me. There's something about disrespecting older people and primarying them. Like, okay, say for example, I don't. But say for example, I wanted that seat. I wanted Shabbat's seat. You know what? Kind of the conventional wisdom is, well, Emanuel, he just got the seat. I just said his name and his name just escaped me. Greg Landsman, he just got that seat. Let him hold on to it for a while. But if I be like, no, I'm running against Landsman in the Democratic primary to get that seat, that people would look down on me like, why are you doing this? Why are you trying to mess up things? Like, he's there. He's got the seat. He's got the name recognition. He's got an opportunity to get the, people would look down on that. So it's not just, our younger folks stepping up to run. The way the party system is set up, you wait your turn. And if you don't, you go outside the party. You go outside the party. Lewis says term limits are a terrible idea, Livingston. Explain to me why you think that way. Look, I'm sharing my thoughts and my opinion. So I'm not passing this off as facts, Wyatt. I'm not passing my thoughts and opinions off as facts. I'm passing my thoughts and opinions off as opinions. So you can disagree with me. But I really would like to know why. I know how I feel. Show me a reason to think differently. And I'll consider it. What gets me is the politicians are saying Biden is too old. Well, guess what? So are some of them. Yeah. Jeannie says, I received my first retirement email this month. I turned 52. And my company automatically starts sending you the emails 10 years prior to retirement age. It freaked me out. I'm never retiring. All right. You better retire. Take all that money you're making and enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. Cindy says term limits. Dianne Feinstein, Mitch McConnell, all of them. So not just, should there be an age limit? Because that's different than a term limit. Should there be an age limit? I'm not sure about that. A part of me says yes. A part of me says, I don't know, you get 65, maybe 70, time to retire. You're aged out of the Senate and the House, and maybe even the presidency, the Supreme Court. And it's not a lack of value for older people. It's not a lack of value for older people. Because again, those should be the people giving the counsel, the wise counsel to a group of younger, again, not necessarily 20, 25, 50, giving counsel to the younger people. So I'm not saying age discrimination. Well, maybe I am. But there comes a time when it's chill out. What's her name? The young lady from New York who they all hate. The young lady from New York who they all hate. I can't think of her name right off the top of my head. I can see her. Cortez, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Her. 4 terms. 4 terms. And then, go ahead and try the Senate. Because you get 2 terms there. And then, yeah, go ahead and try the presidency. You get 2 terms there. And then I don't care. Lobby and maybe you get appointed to the Supreme Court and you get 10 years there. I'll be all right with all of that. At 70 years old, it's over. You chill out. You give counsel to the young people and let younger people, I say young, 50 ain't young. I know you 50 and you like 50 is young. I feel better than I felt when I was 30. No, you don't. And unless like you was horribly out of shape at 30 and then you've gotten yourself fit. If you're kind of at the same level fitness wise, you don't feel better at 50 than you did at 30. Shit hurt when you get up. You say, when you bend over. It's typically not, I guess it all depends contextually speaking, but from picking up a pencil off the floor and you, that's typically not a I feel better sound. So no, you don't feel better. You're old. You're not ancient, but you're old. And that's a good thing. Getting old is a good thing. But yeah, I felt bad for Mitch watching that. Mitch, like I know him. I felt bad for Senator McConnell watching that. I always wonder what be going through people's head. Like, was there anything actually going through his head? Like, you froze. You froze. Like, I just wanted to say, as we move forward, we're gonna. What are you thinking at that moment? Are you like, move, body, move, lips, move, blink, something, do something. And y'all know if it was me, I'd have been trying to scream. That would have been a horrible, horrible press conference for me because I'd have been like, here, look, I'm about to say conference, like the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference. But, my group of senators, my caucus, we fully intend on scared the shit out of everybody because that's what I be trying to do when I need to move, when I need to wake up, when I need to whatever. I got to do something, move, blink, wiggle your finger, wiggle a toe, fall, something. I'd have scared the mess out of everybody at that press conference. What do you think? What are you thinking when you just frozen? I want to ask. I don't know him well enough to ask him. But I want to know, were you cognitive? And if that happens to somebody, are you like, he's not fit to hold office anymore? Not, but just, what if that happens at a really crucial time? What if that happens at a really crucial time? At some point, aren't you unfit to hold office? Darren says he probably had a mini stroke. Yeah. I think if you having strokes, like the dude that the Pennsylvania, was he elected as governor or senator? I don't remember. But the dude who had the stroke, who still won the election first, I think that says to me, boy, the person he was running against must have been a horrible, horrible candidate. But look, you had a stroke, dude. Maybe you should work on getting healthier. Like your cognitive ability. Is it there? Can we trust you? Can we trust you to be able to do whatever it is you have to do to run the country? But yeah, I saw that and I was like, wow. That's crazy. Oh, and I'm sorry, Daryl. I apologize. But I'm telling you, that's what would have happened. That's what happens to me when I'm having nightmares. When I'm having nightmares, and I know I'm not the only person who experiences this. I have nightmares and I'm half asleep and half awake. I can hear everything going on around me. I'm clearly thinking, like I'm thinking just like I'm thinking now. But I can't move. I'm still asleep. And I be trying to scream. I be trying to move. I be trying to roll, move a leg, move a finger, something. It's the craziest thing. And every once in a while, I'm successful. And I scare the shit out of Mrs. Livingston. Because yes, I scream myself awake. Now what she does is this. Because I start making noise. So she says, it sounds like you're moaning. She used to think I was having a really good dream. So she would leave me alone and then be mad when I woke up and want to know who I was fucking in my sleep. No, she don't talk like that. But she would want to know, who were you with in your sleep? And I used to always tell her, if I'm asleep, it ain't cheating. If I'm asleep, it ain't cheating. It don't matter who I was with in my sleep. It's a dream. It don't count. It don't matter. That's true. If I dream it, it don't count. I dream I win a lot of money. I don't wake up rich. I don't get, no love from you. Like, oh, you dreamed about $1 million? Oh, no. But that's what she used to think it was. Now when she hears me, she comes over and she shakes me gently and wakes me up. Baby. So wake up. You all right? I say, yeah, I'm all right. She said, what was going on? I say, I was trying to wake up. And sometimes my moaning will wake her up. And she nudges me and wakes me up. And I'll be like, thank you. She'd be like, was it a nightmare? Because it's not always a nightmare. Sometimes I just want to get up. And I'd be like, no, but I couldn't move. You having dreaming relations with Lupita, it don't matter. I don't even have to confess that. You know what I'm saying? Like, look. I'm going to tell you about me. First, I'm not going to cheat. But if I did cheat, I would tell on myself. I would tell. Guilt would hit me. I'm sorry, fellas. I'm sorry. Guilt would hit me. And one day I would come home and I would say, I got to tell you something. What? I did some bad stuff. And we would have that conversation. And eventually I'd be saying, I ran into Lupita. She was in town shooting a movie. She invited me up to her hotel room. I beat it up real good. Now she won't stop texting me. And I just thought you should know. And I'm giving you the opportunity to decide what you want to do. You gonna stay with me or you gonna leave? And but you gotta make that decision. And then you gotta be resolute in your decision. Because if you stay, we not bringing this up. And if you leave, I understand. You either gonna forgive me or you ain't. I think that would be the conversation. I think that's a legit conversation to have. But if I dream it, it's just a dream. It's just a dream. If you dream it, you're thinking about it. I believe women actually believe that. I believe women actually believe that. But that's not necessarily true in that way. I have never one time consciously thought about jumping off of a building. I've done it in my dreams, though. I have jumped off of huge buildings in my dreams. So what? I dreamed about it. I'm thinking about it. Like I'm considering jumping off the Carew Tower. No, I'm not. Just sometimes stuff happen in dreams. Sometimes stuff happen. And it's really random. So, yeah, no. If you, but she did. She used to be like, what you dreaming about? And I used to be a little nervous because, I ain't want no drama. But then I thought about it like, what am I being deceptive about? It's a dream. I had a dream that I was having sex with so-and-so or with some person. A lot of times in my dream, I'm having sex with my wife, but she's not my wife. She's a different version of my wife. And then my wife will come in and I'll be like, it's just a dream. It means nothing. It means nothing. Uh-oh. Oh. Forgot to turn that off. But yeah. D says self-consciousness speaks volumes. It don't. How much stuff do you do in your dreams that ain't got nothing to do with something that you would do in real life? All the time. All the time I do stuff in maybe that's just me. I am what do they call it? Vivid dreamer. I'm a vivid dreamer. That is not my wife calling. It's not my wife calling. I'm a vivid dreamer. And I'm almost like a dream walker. This all sounds really weird and stupid and cosmic. But I know I'm not the only one who experiences these things. And nobody really talks about it. But I'm a vivid dreamer. And I'm a person who I go to sleep and I have a dream. The dreams start out just, normal dream. I never know how dreams typically don't make sense. They typically don't make sense. But I'll be in the dream experiencing whatever it is. And then I'll be like, this ain't real. This ain't real. Stuff like this doesn't happen for real. So I know I'm dreaming. And I used to have all kind of issues, but I've learned how to control the dream to a certain extent. I still have problems talking in my dreams once I become aware. Like I'll be having the dream and I'll be talking just like normal, like this. But then once I become aware in the dream, my lips won't necessarily work. I can't speak the way I normally would. And sometimes then I can't see like I normally would. So it's hard for me to open my eyes. And sometimes I can catch glimpses of stuff, but, not just be fully awake and aware in the dream. But then sometimes I can be fully awake, fully aware, and do any and everything. Talking about flying. I just said, I'm flying. I can control stuff. Like, oh, I don't like that. That's scary. It's gone. Boom, and then it's gone. I'll whoop Freddy Krueger's ass when I'm fully aware in my dream. When I'm fully aware. But again, somebody said, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. But nobody talks about this stuff. Nobody talks about this stuff. So it makes those of us who experience it, well, it used to make me feel crazy. It used to make me feel crazy. And I'd be like, and Mrs. Livingston, after some years of this, we went to, so people at the church ain't gonna like this. We went to a conference, where they do palm readings and all of that kind of stuff. And we were talking to, like the dream people and all that kind of stuff. And the lady was so fascinated. She asked me, actually, I believe, if I would write a book. It's like, I don't write no book about dreaming. And she was like, no, because a lot of people experience this, but nobody really talks about it. And she's like, people will talk to me about it because, of what I do, but people won't just talk about it to let it be known that it's normal. It's not witchcraft. It's just people who might be in touch with other things, or maybe not even in touch with, just willing to explore other things. You love it when you tune in and I'm saying something insane. Oh, and it is not satanic. It is not satanic to acknowledge that there are vivid dreamers who experience all this stuff. Let's see, what else we got to talk about? I don't want to talk about dreams the whole time. I don't want to talk about dreams the whole time. I just thought I don't have a lottery thing. I don't have a lottery thing. But just ladies, I will say that because I don't really hear men and women. If I'm off base on this, y'all can tell me. But I don't hear men get mad at women about their dreams. I do hear of women getting mad at men about their dreams. And all I would say is, thoughts, you can't control the thoughts that enter into your head. You can control whether or not you entertain them, but you can't control the thoughts. And when you're dreaming, you can't even necessarily control whether or not you entertain them. And keep in mind, and fellas, this is for you because it's honest, and I'm trying to help the women understand. In my dream, like, say I'm having sex with your best friend. Just say, I'm having sex with your best friend in my dream. That doesn't mean I desire to have sex with your best friend. What that means is some random thoughts came together in my dream. And probably in my dream. Have you ever in your dream, whatever you do, wherever your station is in life, so you're married, have you ever had a dream and in the dream you weren't married? You were single as hell. Or you single, you ain't never been married, but in the dream you was married? Situations don't always present themselves in a dream the way that they present in real life. Because, it's a damn dream. You're not awake. You can't necessarily control it. Jason says he controls everything. Got Mrs. Livingston. So you control what you dream? Like when you fall asleep thinking, I want to dream about, maybe this is just me, I want to dream about tacos. You control what you dream? No. No. Now you might, again, once you become aware, hold on, maybe I'm wrong. Because just because that's the way it happens for me doesn't mean that's the way it happens for everybody else. So I apologize for that. But I know for me, I don't control the beginning of the dream. But once I become aware, I can control what happens in the dream. So are you, Jason, saying you can go to sleep and say, I'm going to dream about tacos, and then that's the dream that you have? Because if so, that's pretty damn good. That's pretty damn good. D says, if my wife even whisper a man's name other than daddy in her sleep, I'm up and pissed. You're a lady. Come on, she dreaming, bro. Look, I understand the idea of being concerned about it. Hold on, you said Mike. Who the fuck is Mike? You know, I get being concerned about it. It might raise an antenna or something like that, but it's a dream. It's a dream. Don't be a woman. Nate says, boy, if my wife scream out another N's name in her dream, I have to wake her up with a violent slap. Don't be a lady. Don't be a lady. No. If she says another man's name in her dream, she's dreaming. Yeah, you want to, I'm not saying don't have questions, okay? I'm not saying don't have questions. And saying somebody else's name is different than your wife wake up, you hear her moaning in her sleep. She wake up and you like, what was happening in your dream? And she's honest with you and she tell you, I was having sex with some guy. You mad now? Come on. It's a dream. It's a dream. Dudes look at their girl's best friend and be like, threesome. Horrible dudes look at that. Horrible dudes look at their girl's best friend and be like, threesome. Not wholesome, trustworthy, morally centered dudes. Mary says, you have control of a dream. There was no question mark. So I'm saying, you genuinely believe. Okay, question. And y'all look, I know this ain't the deepest conversations and whatever in the world, but are y'all all telling me that y'all have never dreamed of sexual relations with a phantom person? And by phantom person, I mean a person you don't even know. A random, like some Matrix shit. Like the girl in the red dress in the Matrix, except for not her, because she's actually, for me, African-American, dark skin, and sexy. Just your mind creates a girl and a situation and you beat it up. Or, women, your mind creates a girl in a situation and you eat it up. Whatever, whatever the case may be. I'm the only one who's that's ever happened to. You can't even dream about another person when you're married. That's called mental cheating. Yeah, that's some lady stuff. That's some lady stuff. Hold on. Y'all see what just happened? What just happened? Mr. Jones woke up mad as hell at me because he dreamed he walked into our bedroom and I was banging another dude. See, I like Mr. Jones. Mike Jones. I like Mike Jones. But that's some woman shit, if you ask me. Now, look, Mrs. Livingston, I have awakened in the morning to bad, dirty, nasty looks. And, I typically wake up, I'm not a, good waker-upper. Unless I would just wake up on my own. But if an alarm wakes me up, I'm not a pleasant waker-upper. But I have woken up on my own, nice and happy, turned and looked, and Mrs. Livingston is looking at me like the devil. And I'm like, what? And she like, don't talk to me. And I'm like, what? First, this is my house. I talk to anybody in this house I want to talk to. Second, what the F is going on? And she'd be like, I'm mad at you. You mad at me for what? I had a dream, and in my dream you was, and I'll be like, how the F you mad about a dream you had? So your mind created a situation about me that made you mad at me. And I'm over here sleep, minding my own business, doing nothing wrong. You mad at me because your mind played a trick on you and I had nothing to do with it. That's not fair. I reject that. And she'd be like, well, just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Let me calm down. My energy is bad. And I'd be like, your energy is bad. Don't take that out on me, though. I said good morning. I expect good morning and, some affection in return. Not no attitude. I don't rock like that. And she'll say good morning and, give a little affection. Maybe a little kiss on the cheek. Something. But then she's still sitting there mad. So I got to fix my energy. Like, yeah, you need to fix this shit. Because it's not right to be mad at me. That's some woman stuff. It's not right to be mad at me when I wasn't even the one who thought about the wrong stuff. You thought about me thinking about something wrong. And that's no kind of relationship. I'm in trouble because you thought about me thinking about doing something. Daryl says, the other night I went to bed and said to myself, I want to dream about hitting the lottery, and I dreamed I went to prison. God has a great sense of humor. D says, yep, me and Michelle Obama all time. Okay. I personally never thought that Michelle Obama was an attractive woman. But that's just me. Scan our comments, damn it. Lewis says, I contradicted myself. How so? You never F Jessica Rabbit in your dream. Okay. Dudes out here mad because they're women having wet dreams about other men. And it's not real. I'm telling y'all, that's some woman stuff. I'm telling y'all. We saw the wife come take your keys. I got her blocked in the driveway, so she got to move my car to get her car out. Stop it. She was looking at you crazy because you was hollering out Cheryl in your dream. Even if I were, which I wasn't, again, she had the dream about me, I guess, cheating on her. So she woke up mad at me. No, you got to get over that fast. You don't get a half hour to get over that. Even though I have to admit, I don't know how long she had been sitting up watching me. Like, what's that movie, Paranormal Activity, where she just stand over the bed and then they do the quick time lapse? I don't know how long she had been sitting there watching me and what she was thinking about doing. I'm going to have to ask her next time. How long you been woke? Me mugging me while I was peacefully sleeping. I got a dream pass with my wife. I'm completely allowed to dream about Mary J. I'll wake her up like, good morning, gorgeous. Mrs. Livingston must be a light-skinned woman because that sounds so familiar. She is not a light-skinned woman. That is just a woman thing, and apparently some womanly men. That's a woman thing and some womanly men. What if they said their ex's name and it happened more than once? I want to know what you're dreaming about. I want to know what you're dreaming about. That don't mean nothing. That means nothing. We saw what we saw. It's cool. You can sleep on the couch. I don't do sleeping on the couch. I don't do that stuff. I just don't. We sleep in the bed. If you don't want to sleep in the bed with me, you can sleep on the couch. Or we got a king-size bed. You got room to move all the way over there and not touch me. I don't do the couch unless I fall asleep on the couch. And then usually I get awake and like, baby, you getting in the bed? And I'd be like, oh, I fell asleep. Yeah, I'm getting in the bed. Yeah, I don't do the whole sleeping on the couch. Are you calling Mr. Jones womanly? You know, I fight over Mr. Jones slander. Did Mr. Jones, I'm not going to call him womanly. I'm going to say it is a womanly trait to get mad at your significant other or spouse or whatever because you had a dream that they had nothing to do with. Now, you determine whether or not Mr. Jones exhibits maybe some womanly traits. Because that's some, I was about to say some other stuff. That's some woman stuff. That's some woman stuff. Daryl said, I don't do couch either. That's why we got a king size. Exactly. If you don't want to touch me, you don't want to be next to me and all that kind of stuff, king size. It's amazing how much space it is on a king size bed. And it's crazy because, and for those of y'all who are married and have a king size bed or been in a relationship and have a king size bed, the king size bed can be the biggest thing in the world or it can be the tiniest thing in the world. Because depending on the night, I'm almost falling off the edge. She is so up on me. And I'm like, and you know, you don't want to be like, move. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to, you know, because you like it, but damn, it's hot. You know what I'm saying? I need to move. I got to turn. I got to flip. I got to, you know, something. But you all up on me. And I kind of like you being all up on me. But I got to flip. Like this half of my body is, it ain't falling asleep. It's just feeling funny. I got to flip. If I flip right, I might fall off the bed. It's 5/6 of the bed still left over there. Move over a little bit. Move over a little bit. But you like it. Like, oh, you all up on me. You all up on me. I like that. So yeah, it can be when she got an attitude, she all the way over there. All the way over there. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I reach my foot over that way. I can't even reach her. I'll be like, dang, she is like all the way over there. And then I gotta like for real reach over there. Just with the foot. Mary says, dreams should be private. It's your dream. It never happened. Yeah, but you want to know, have you ever, why the heck are we talking about dreams? Have you ever tried to explain a dream to somebody? Because once she found out, Mrs. Livingston, once she found out that I was a vivid dreamer, I basically had to do a book report in the morning. So I wake up And she say, what did you dream about? And if you catch me as soon as I wake up, I can remember the dream. And I can remember it in great detail. But they don't make sense. When you try to explain them, they don't make sense. You're like, okay, so we was driving in the car, right? And we was headed down to Alabama. And right when we got to Tennessee, I went to make a left and I looked over and you had gray hair. And you had on this big giant dress that was 12 sizes too big. So we pulled over to the side of the road and then we went in the hotel. Hold on, you did what? We pulled over to the side of the road on the highway. Yeah, on the highway. And we went to the hotel. Where was the hotel? On the side of the road on the highway. Like off the exit? No, we pulled over to the shoulder and the hotel was right there. Oh, and so then we went in and we got a room and we went in the room and you jumped in the swimming pool. Wait a minute. I jumped in the swimming pool in the room? Yeah, you jumped in the swim. So we had a swimming pool in the room. For some reason, the swimming pool was in the room, right? And then you like, look, I know trying to explain a dream to people makes no sense because dreams are so random. Things just, again, the way that I've always viewed them, they're just random thoughts in your head of maybe possibilities of things from whatever. King size beds are the best because I sleep in the fetal position and never touch the spouse. D says, I hate the heavy leg. Yeah, hate the heavy leg. Our son comes and sleeps in the middle of our king size bed and he sleeps wild. So I literally on the edge of the bed. Mary says, oh, you don't like spooning? No, I like it. I like being the big spoon. And I ain't too keen on being the little spoon. And sometimes I be sleep or laying down and she come over and then I'm the little spoon. And I'm like, I mean, it's cool, but this ain't as good as being the big spoon. Because then stuff can rub stuff, you know. When you on my back, it's all right. Depending on what you're doing with your hands, it's all right. But I always prefer the other way around. Angela says, dreams are your past, present, and future. What does that mean? They are random thoughts in your head. They're random thoughts in your head that you dream about. That's all they are. But you can get in there, and if you, maybe it's one of those things where if you're good at controlling your thoughts, your emotions, and all of that kind of stuff, maybe those are the people who are really good at controlling their dreams. Do you ever randomly remember what you dreamed about the night before or about 3 p.m. the next day? I don't know. I don't think so. And no, it wasn't a base motel. It was just a hotel. This dream that you explained it makes me think that Carly was recounting one of her dreams. It's possible. It's possible. I completely contradicted myself. This is a complete outrage. You keep saying that, but you got to explain what you mean. You were dreaming about Sabaris in Indianapolis. I don't know if I pronounced that right. If the pool was in the room. Oh, Scott got jokes. All right, Scott. All right. See, I was going to let you do the benediction, but I don't know about it now. You can't have a hater doing the benediction. Aren't you always the little spoon? Trust I'm the big spoon. Kenneth says, not true. Not true. Okay, well, you tell me then. What is it? What is it? I'm open to listen. I don't have the answers. I'm sharing my thoughts. Jeannie says, this really makes me wonder because I've been in so many situations that seem so similar to the point where I can almost play them out. That's deja vu. I think that's a little different. I think. Carolyn says, we sleep with the TV on, and there's been many a mornings I've wakened from being in a scene from Law and Order. All right. Fame, good afternoon. Being the big spoon is how 50 Cent got the hook for the song Amusement Park, where he says, you ain't got to take your panties off, just move them to the side. I'm not a 50 Cent guy. I've never heard that. That's interesting. Sometimes I have a dream and it actually happens. It's rare, but I do have them. All right. So the random dream about a woodland creature not wanting to grow a beard is either past, present, or future. I don't know. CK says he's calling in. All right. All right. What about when you know that you've seen someone before, but you haven't? It could possibly be someone from your dreams. Look, deja vu is real. I don't know where it comes about. And maybe it do overlap with dreams sometimes. Because I've experienced that same thing. Where I've been in a situation and then I'm like, I know exactly what's about to happen. And I don't say it out loud. But in my head, I'll be like, he about to say so-and-so and so. She about to say so-and-so. I'm going to say so-and-so. And he going to respond like this. And then she going to walk out that door. And you do it real quick. And it happens exactly like you've seen it. But have you ever experienced deja vu? And then, because for me, I experience it. I should say I have experienced it. It's not something I experience a whole lot. But have you ever experienced deja vu? And then when it was your turn to talk, you said something different than what you said in the initial experience, wherever that was, to switch up the deja vu? I've done that before. It's really weird. And then the rest of the deja vu didn't go the way that it was supposed to go. So is that like an alternate, like the multiverse type thing? Is that kind of what Kenneth is saying? That's an alternate reality. I done had fights and as in my dreams, I be cussing and swinging. All right. So deja vu is something else. Nate says he has dream fights too. A lot of them. What are y'all doing to have all these dream fights? I don't have fights in my dreams. More than anything, I encounter sexual situations in my dream. More than anything. And, then when you wake up, you got to work that sexual energy out. You got to work that sexual energy out. Quintano says, I think deja vu is a lag between right and left brain receiving the same information at different times. No, it can't be. Because again, I can be in the situation. And as I'm walking up to the situation, I'm like, I've experienced this before. And when I get up there, he's going to say this. And then that lady is going to be a lady standing next to him. And she going to say this. I'm going to say this. He going to say this. And then they both going to leave. Before I get there, I can see it walking up. So it's not I receive different signals slower. I've seen the whole scene play out before. And that's like real. Like I could write down, you don't have enough time, but I could write down word for word everything that everybody's going to say in that situation before the situation happens. And it happens exactly like I saw it. E, you ever had a dream fight with Lincoln where you lost? I never had a dream fight with Lincoln that I can recall. Not that I can recall. Again, I don't do much dream fighting. Sierra, what's the topic? Nothing. We don't have a topic. Oh, I can't in good conscience say kind of the topic is dreams and, women being mad because you dreamed about having sex with somebody else and somehow they equate that to cheating. And then it turns into all other kind of stuff. Why doesn't that sexual energy get worked out before bed? I'm just asking. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I don't have sex every night before bed. Sometimes I fall asleep on the couch. I might fall asleep before she come home, and then I don't feel like doing nothing when she get. All kind of situations happen where I don't have sex before I go to bed. And even sometimes, if you have sex before going to bed, it don't mean you're not going to have a sexual dream and then wake up and still have to work that sexual energy off. Like I woke up, I just had sexual energy, and hey, well, we got to do this because I got to get out to bed in 10 minutes. Let's go. Got to get up, get a shower, get out. I had a dream. Like Dr. King. I had a dream. That was terrible. That was a terrible Dr. King. But as I wake up, like, hey, I had a dream that this morning, your stuff and my stuff was going to come together in unity. I had a dream last night. Like, hey, let's make that dream. Yeah, you got to work that sexual energy out. And then go on about your day. Go on about your day. Hey, if I only got 10 minutes, I only got 10 minutes. I can do what I got to do in 10 minutes. I can do what I got to do in 10 minutes. That's right. Quickly. I can. Now, if I got time, we got time. But, sometimes you wake up before it, and you know how much time it take you to get ready to get out the door, right? With me, about 45 minutes. And that's the whole routine, something to eat on the rare opportunity that I eat. Shower, brush the teeth, iron the clothes, get it 45 minutes. I know that's how long it takes. So if I look at the clock and I got to be out the house at 7:45 and it's 7:35, I mean, I got 45 minutes and I know I got to be out the house. Let's say, because my math is bad. Let's say it's 7:15. I got to be out the house by 8. I know I ain't got time to do nothing. But if it's 7:05, I got 10 minutes. I got to be out of this bed at 7:15 in order to get out the house at 8. We got 10 minutes. Let's get it. CK.
Hey, what's up, Mr. Livingston? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, sir. How are you?
Man, I'm all right, man. That's why I be asking you, like, did you watch your own show? You don't be listening to what you say.
What did I say?
Did you not say you cannot control your thoughts?
Okay, yes.
And
Well,
then
hold on.
listen,
Let me be clear. I said you can't control what thought enters into your head. Now, once it get there, you can control what you do with it, but you can't control what thought enters your head. Yes.
And less than 5 minutes later, you said, when somebody hits you with, yeah, guys be thinking that threesome with their wife's best friends. You said, yeah, horrible guys, immoral guys.
Well,
that's a contradiction.
Okay,
you couldn't control that the thought came in your head.
Okay, I'll give you that. You can't control that the thought came into your head, but the way that I took that comment was not just a fleeting thought, but an actual consideration of said circumstance.
No, just a thought. Of course, you're not gonna. A moral guy would act on the thought, or be like considering the thought.
Right.
But you couldn't help if it did,
So can you give me the grace that clearly that's what I was talking about, was acting and seriously considering the thought, not just the thought passing through your brain.
Yes.
All right.
I can give you that because this is a very sensitive topic we're talking about, man. These dreams. Because I had a dream about Martha Stewart Saturday night.
Which I was cooking?
No, man, she was in one of my classes, man. I'm like, but it was so crazy when I woke up. It's like the dream was real. I was like, damn. What
did you do with Martha Stewart in your dream?
She was in one of my coke classes, the little suicide classes I be going to. And I was like, and I'm thinking like it's real, but I'm like, damn. But then I start thinking, I'm like, well, damn, I would have told somebody if I was in the class with Martha Stewart. That's what started making me realize, oh, I was dreaming. I was wondering, like, why I didn't tell nobody I was in the class with Martha Stewart.
But you didn't hit it or nothing.
Nah, we was just no.
I'm just asking. I don't know.
It wasn't a sexual dream. It was just
okay.
I just woke up like, she was in my it was like I woke up like, damn, why I ain't told nobody I was in a class with Martha Stewart. And then as I started thinking about it, I was like, how the hell was I in the class with Martha Stewart? It's like, the reality started sitting there, like I at least would have told my people, like, yeah. I was about to tell people, like, yeah, I forgot to tell you I was in the class with Martha Stewart in Cincinnati. You know what I mean? I told you I'm in Decatur, Georgia, man. I lost my stepfather, Mr. Livingston. I lost my stepfather.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, man. He 80 years old. He passed away, man. And, I'm down here on the funeral, and that's the dream I had, man. I was what is the word? Befuddled. Dumbfounded. I didn't know what that meant. But
CK, can I ask you a question? It's a dream question.
Yes, sir.
Because again, keep in mind, I have a lot of sexual dreams. In your dreams, what are you physically attracted to people that you're not physically attracted to in real life?
No.
So in your dream, if it's, whatever you don't like, say you don't like tall women. In your dream, if a tall woman approach you, you like, no, thank you.
Nah, but I love it. I climb that pole or I climb that tree. But yeah. I see what you're saying. Nah, it'd be like fantasy. It'd be like, it don't be like nightmarish, like an unattractive. Nah, it'd be like, what I want.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be what.
Right.
But I needed to ask you this, because at the funeral, the preacher was talking about, death and everything, and about the, only the resurrection. And I know you're a man of God, but could you please explain this to me? Because it just had me wondering ever since the funeral. And I said, let me talk to somebody that went to church and got some knowledge about.
I'll see what I can do. I'm no theologian.
Okay, when they said Jesus died and then he came back on the resurrection, right? After 7 days or 3 days? How
3
many
days.
was it? Okay. Then what happened? I'm like, what the heck? What's the end? Okay, he came back and then what happened? Like, did he start back carpentry? Like,
No,
I'm
he
like,
didn't.
what happened?
He didn't come back and like live the rest of his life. He came back and, you know, he interacted with some people. He kind of ministered to the people and to the disciples and all that. And then he ascended into heaven.
And then he died again.
No, he just ascended into heaven.
I was just floated away.
Yeah.
Hey, man. I was wondering that because couldn't nobody answer me. I'm asking all these church folks. They like, man, if you don't get your crazy ass out of my face, I needed to know, man. They ain't tell me that part.
Yeah.
He
He just, no, he didn't go back to, that's kind of interesting. Not that one seems more ridiculous than the other, but it would have been interesting if he'd have been like, you know, like you remember that old, well, you might not remember it. It was an old TV sitcom, Baby, I'm Back.
Yep, I remember.
Yeah, if he'd have just been like, I'm back, and you know, all right, let's get the band back together and let's go build some houses. You know, that would have been an interesting, you know, him living out the rest of his natural life to death, the, you know, natural death. That would have been a very interesting set of circumstances.
Right. I ain't know. I'm like, he came back and I'm like, what's the rest of this? I'm like, they didn't finish the movie. But now you completed the movie for me. I'm like, because he just told us, hey, and God, Jesus was the one, you know, he was a great reverend. He about 40. It was called Connect Church.
All right.
Where he was. And, man, it's just, but.
That's not like one of them white churches.
No, it's an African American church.
But was it one of them modern kind of crossroads churches where they let you drink coffee and all that stuff?
Yep,
okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. It was one of them, man. But you know, this first time, remember I was telling you I was dealing with all that stuff, and you know, you helped me with these internal battles I was having. It's good to talk to you because you can't really talk to family about these demons you be having about taking your own life and stuff. So you could talk to somebody that really don't know you, but you start talking to family, boy, they gonna admit you to one of them crazy houses.
Well,
you see what I'm saying?
Well, I'm glad you're still around.
Yeah, man, but now it's even harder, man. I ain't got him no more.
You could go get some counseling.
You still into that counseling stuff?
Yeah.
I told you, man. I've been doing it, but I'm dreaming about Martha Stewart in the counseling session with me now. It's all messed up. My mind is gone, but you know. But now I really can't take my life because my mama needs me now because her husband's gone. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know what to do, man. It's just.
Well, there you go. You here for your mama. You here for your mama.
Yeah. And you know the people like you, and then the comment section people, you know, they real good people. They be trying to tell me like, don't kill yourself. It wouldn't be right. You know what I mean? But,
it wouldn't be right.
But man, hey, keep up the good work, man.
All
Did you
right.
watch the fight Saturday?
I didn't watch the fight. I saw highlights of the fight, but I didn't get an opportunity to watch the fight.
What was your opinion of the highlight?
It looked like Crawford won.
Hey, I'm
look,
telling you that.
See, let me tell you this. This is about me and sports and fights and, you know, competitions and all of that kind of stuff. I'm not taking no credit for, even if I would have said, you know, Terrence Crawford is going to knock him out in, what was it, the 9th round, and it's going to be with a flurry, and then the ref going to have to step in. And I told y'all. So what? Well, I didn't do anything. I didn't have nothing to do with it. I'm not taking credit for it. Like, we won. Well, who is we? You didn't fight nobody. You didn't train him.
No, I lost.
You didn't, none of that kind of stuff.
But I lost, man. I had the bread, I had the bread on Spence, man. It was 50-50, so I know I should have laid off, man. But I put the money on the bigger guy. I lost that bread, man. I lost $2,000 on that fight. But hey, you win some, you lose some. But yeah, I mean, that's what it be. We be putting money on this, so you do have a vested interest.
Well, that's y'all fault. And if that makes it more exciting for you, cool. I'm not against that. I really don't understand the people who are like either super overjoyed about it or super down about it, because you didn't do nothing. Oh, the Bengals won.
Right.
Like, what? So you didn't play? What did you do? Nothing.
Right.
I don't understand it.
Yeah, like the people that lost sleep because Errol Spence lost. Like, and they addressed that, though. They did address that. They like, look, that man made millions of dollars. Hopefully he's going to be okay. And you're right. You can't be that involved where it affects your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless you got that bread on it.
All right, CK.
Like I said, I lost, man. Hey, man.
Stop betting. I told you that a long time ago.
Yeah, you said stop gambling. I remember that. You told me that back in 2021. Yes, sir. November 16th. I remember. Much love, man. Just keep on doing the good work, God's work. You know what I mean?
All right, CK.
Thank you.
All right, that was CK. I don't know that I told him November 16th, 2021. I think he might have just pulled that date out of nowhere. But, you never know. I might have. He might be 100% correct. I don't know that to be the case for sure. Now, I watch sports. I enjoy sports. I enjoy competition. Only thing that frustrates me is when I think officials and stuff like that are cheating. That's it. Because I hate to see injustice. It bothers me. Let the winner win. Let the loser lose. Don't cheat. But other than that, I don't get all into it like that. I don't get all into it like that. Like I told you that you predicted. You didn't know. You predicted like some other people predicted wrong. Some of y'all was right. Some of y'all was wrong. It ain't that big of a deal. But people be into that stuff. Let me see. I saw something that I was gonna read. People saying sorry for your loss, CK. Yes, definitely. Everybody talking about Snoop Dogg and CK and Martha Stewart. Oh. Okay. I don't remember. Let's see. I take a phone call and then come back, and Emanuel says he can do what he got to do in 10 minutes. I can do what I got to do in 10 minutes. I can. Stephanie say, thank you. Ain't nobody fault but the fighters. Yes. Hi, Mary. Good afternoon. All right, y'all. Oh, hold on. I did want to talk about this Cardi B throwing the mic. And y'all heard where the lady now, she done filed a police report trying to charge Cardi B with battery. If you haven't seen this video, Cardi B is on the stage at, some outdoor event. And someone in the audience looks like they throw water on her, and she takes the mic and throws it and tries to hit them with the mic. I don't know if she actually hit them. I guess they're if they're saying it was battery, then they're saying she hit them with the mic. So, and the thing that struck me about the whole thing is this. Oh, hold on. Stephanie says the lady should have filed a police report. Why? You don't really think you got a right to throw water on somebody and that just be cool, do you? No, if you throw water on somebody, they got a right to But at least in my opinion, maybe not statutorily, but in my opinion, you throw water on me, I got a right to hit you. That's an assault. That's an assault and a battery. You shouldn't be able to do that. So I don't know that I agree with that. But what bothered me most about the whole situation is, when are some of these rappers gonna stop lip syncing? I never liked this about hip hop, which I think is one reason I'm not a big hip hop fan. Even when they don't lip sync and they got a live mic, a lot of times they still play the track. So they rapping over they self rapping. And they very rarely ever rap the way that they rap on the track. On the track, they rap. They don't actually say that. Then they play the track, and you hear this playing under it, but then they just screaming. And I'm like, that's not what you're doing on the record. Why are you screaming the lyrics? Rap. Give me something close to what was on the track without lip syncing. That's just always been my issue. That's always been my issue. Stephanie says, read my last message. Can I finish my thought? Can I finish my thought, Stephanie? You're trying to bully me. I don't like being bullied, Stephanie. Oh, let me go see. What was your last comment? Your last comment said, read my last message. So I'm going to guess you meant last then. So you want me to go back and read that one too. Hold on. Cardi B was sending mixed messages to the fans. She asked them she said she was hot and told them to throw water on her. Oh, well, if that's the case, I didn't see that. Okay, you might have a point. If she told them to throw water on her, I didn't see that part. I haven't, again, I'm not a big, watch Cardi B lip sync. So if she told him to throw water on her and the lady did, okay. Their voices sound different from the record, and they may not even remember the lyrics. Read this message. D says, with all the money Cardi got, I would have yelled security and pointed her ass out. And Jason says, so we ignoring the fact that she hit an innocent person? All right. And Stephanie says, you got to know, you have to know the facts. That was Cardi's fault. Again, I didn't watch it. My issue ain't even really that. My issue is more about the performance. When you throw the mic at somebody, your voice should stop. Because the mic is gone. Like, we really just gave up on artists being able to perform their material. That bothers me from a performer standpoint. Sing or rap. Like, I think when people pay to see somebody in concert, I think they got a right to assume they're actually going to hear that person perform live the songs that they do. That's what I think. Vincent said, read mine. Hold on, let me go back. Find Vincent's. Vincent says it could have been poison or acid. Well, if it was poison or acid, throwing the mic probably wouldn't have helped. D says, that's why I hate rap concerts. Stephanie says, that's what artists do now. They do Milli Vanilli. I hate that. I want to hear you perform. I don't care if your voice is cracking. I don't care, none of that kind of stuff. I want to hear you perform. That's my only knock with. And I know, so how are you tying all this together? It ties together, but just it's a little bit of a reach. That's my only knock with Michael Jackson and Motown 25. That's my only knock with Michael Jackson and Motown 25. When he did Billie Jean, he lip synced it. Well, he wanted to focus on the dance. I want to see you perform. I want the whole thing. I want the whole thing. If you dance, then dance and sing. I don't mind background vocals being on the track. I don't mind that. I don't have a problem with that at all. But if you singing, if you're a singer, you're a rapper, use your voice. Perform the song. I think it's fair to expect that. I agree. We shouldn't be paying money for lip syncing. It's putting on the hits. Y'all might not remember that show. It's a show where they used to lip sync to songs. I don't want to see that. Sing. Sing. Ronald says, Jill sang, what y'all talking about? But the artists that sing are, at least in my opinion, rare. Well, maybe not rare. But I would say in terms of current modern artists, rappers, and some of these modern artists, them singing, I think is rare. I think you're gonna get neo soul. They gonna be singing. Maybe 90s R&B back. You might get some singing. 90s R&B and back. You might get some singing, even if they sound terrible. I didn't go see Al B. Sure last time he was here, but when he was down, the last time I saw him was when he was down at Rhythm on the River, however many years ago that was, and he performed. He sounded terrible, but at least he was singing. At least he was singing. Does Busta Rhymes use a track? I don't know. Crystal, good afternoon. She says, good afternoon, Emanuel, and everyone. All right. Yeah, I hate it. We paying all this money to hear CDs playing. Yeah, I don't like that. I will say I kind of noticed that. First, I noticed she was left-handed and probably played softball as a youth. But why are we lip syncing in 2023? And again, it ain't even like you sing. And I don't mean this to sound, rapping is kind of talking. Look, there's a difference when I can't sing. Like, I go out and I perform, and we'll do, a 4-hour set with, like 3 15-minute breaks. So we'll do a 4-hour set. By that fourth set, I'm tired. There are certain, I tell the band, whoever's putting the set list together, we need to go over the set list because there are certain songs that you can't put in that last set because I can't do that song in the last set. I could put that song in the first set or maybe in the beginning of the second set, but don't put that song in the last set because I can't do at the end of the night what I could do at the beginning of the night. I'm singing, all right? But you put one of the songs where I do a little bit of rapping in, you can put that can be the last song. I rap all day. Not that I can rap, but you know what I'm saying. Like I'm doing covers. So I can, when we do California Dreaming, I've been with bands and we do California Dreaming. Though I don't remember who actually makes that song. It's a white group. But they make that song, and you know, usually there's a female, Caucasian woman who's singing it. And she sings the song that all the leaves are brown and the sky is gray or whatever it is. She went for a walk on a winter day or a summer day or whatever. I don't know the words. But we do California Dreaming. And then in that little break, I do, you know, the little Tupac. Out on bail, fresh out of jail, California Dreaming. As soon as I step on the scene, I'm hearing hoochie screaming, feeding for money and alcohol. I can do that. That can be the last song. So I can't sing I wish in the last set. I can do that rap in the last set. I'm saying all of that to say there's a difference between singing and rapping, in my opinion. And again, I'm no rapper. There's a difference between singing and rapping. So you telling me you can't say your lyrics? You got to lip sync your lyrics? What in the world is going on? Like, y'all supposed to be skilled, talented people. Stop screaming the lyrics and say them, and then maybe you'll be able to say them at the end of the night. You'll be able to say them, you know, for that 3 songs that you about to do at this spot. Just say the lyrics. Rap. Don't scream. Jeannie says, remember Prince's famous quote, it ain't Memorex when I'm on stage, my microphone is on. Walter says, most of the good rappers don't lip sync. And again, I'm not a hip hop guy, but almost every rapper that I've ever seen was lip syncing or screaming on top of the actual track. Like you just, I know we don't use CDs no more, but you could just play the CD and they screaming over the top of it. Fantasia sings. She is one of the ones that sing. That's what I said. It's rare. I was there. Albie was awful. Tria said they've been throwing stuff at the entertainers lately. All right. Yeah, Michael Jackson did lip sync through that whole 30th anniversary special. It was terrible. Was the term lip syncing called years ago? What was the term lip syncing called? Was it always called lip syncing? I thought it was called something else. They used to call it pantomiming. Pantomiming. That's what they used to call it. Diane says 4 hours is a long set. 3-4 hours is standard. 3-4 hours is standard. You know, at least has been when we go out and, you know, when any band that I've been in, we go out and do, you know, 7 to 11, 8 to 12, 9 to 1. The songs that require the least effort should be at the end. But I think sometimes depending on who's doing the set, I'm speaking specifically for a cover band. One of the singers either has to do the set or has to look at the set before it's finalized. Because the musicians, they're not, you know, many times using their voice. And I don't play any instruments, but I imagine this at the beginning of the night is this at the end of the night. Not that your fingers ain't tired, you know what I'm saying, but you playing. But this at the beginning of the night and this at the end of the night, not the same. So they like, oh no, we want to kill them at the end. No, you want to kill me at the end. Bro, by this time, I've been singing for 4 hours. And you want to put 4 power songs in there? Just kill me? I can barely hit them notes at the beginning of the night. I sure as hell can't hit them notes and sound good at the end of the night. Come on, think about what you're doing to me. Think about what you're doing to her. But a lot of times they don't do that. A lot of artists are lipping it, but we don't know unless situations like Cardi B, when she stopped singing for a situation that occurred. I can almost tell. A whole lot of the times, I can tell. I don't understand how people can't tell. The mamas and the papas. The mamas and the papas. Elijah said, Tupac and E-Man just don't mix. You have to see it. You have to see it. You have to come. You have to hear it. I kind of agree with you, though. It don't mix. Janice says the fifth dimension. Okay, I don't know who originally made it. I don't know who originally made it. D says off this second gig, he out. All right, have a great one. Scott says I have to go soon. So all the people said amen. No, you don't get to do no benediction. No. You turned into a hater. Haters don't get to do the benediction. Come back, maybe try it again tomorrow when your spirit is right. Stephanie said R&B singers lip sync as well. No, I said that. A lot of singers lip sync. I don't like it. Sierra says her band does 2 90-minute sets. What did you say? It used to be called Friend of Mine? I don't know what you're talking about. Janice says years ago, Dottie Mack had a television show on Channel 9 called The Pantomime Hit Parade. Yep, happened to Ashley Simpson on Saturday Night Live. I think if it happened, though, now, but of course, their issue was they started the wrong track. But I think if that happened now, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Wouldn't be that big of a deal. Stephanie says, I've seen many artists lip sync as well. Yeah, I mean, it's a thing. I don't like it. Oh, can I? This is like way off and left field. I never knew Larry Blackmon was the drummer for Cameo. I knew he started the group, and I knew he was the, kind of lead vocalist on a lot of stuff. But I didn't know he was the drummer and lead vocalist. I went and watched a concert Cameo perform. First, I want to say they looked super duper gay. What they was doing in the late 70s and the early 80s, a lot of that stuff was super duper gay. The whole group looked gay. What does that mean, Emanuel? You know what it means. You can pretend like you don't know what it means, but you know what it means. But secondly, Larry Blackmon was on the drums. And, had the little mic coming in from the side, so he was singing lead vocals while playing the drum, and he was killing it. I did not know that Larry Blackmon was the drummer and lead vocalist. I had to look like, oh, is that Larry? He didn't have the fade or the red thing, but I had no idea. This was when Cameosis, that album was out. The concert happened in 1980. He was back there killing the drums and singing lead vocals. It's like, I didn't know that. And then I watched a set that they did in 2023, I guess earlier this year. And he definitely wasn't playing the drums and he could barely stand up. And I was like, oh, but he was still out there, and they were all singing live. They wasn't doing all the super gay moves and had on the real tight jumpsuit that just didn't look right. That was really it about that. Crystal says, Shirley Murdoch sang We Shall Overcome without music at the Black Music Walk of Fame, and I was in tears. She was awesome. Shirley Murdoch can just flat out sing. Shirley can just flat out sing. Diane said, lip syncing don't really bother me as long as they're singing along with their songs. It doesn't bother me. I don't, especially if you singing. If you sing it, rapping, again, they scream over the track all the time. That is what it is. But if you sing it, I don't want to hear your track playing and you singing. That would just make me mad. Pick one. Either you gonna sing or you gonna play the track. But don't do both. That'll make me mad. Not the lead vocals. No, that'll make me mad. No, in the 80s, they did not have on tight leather pants in this concert in 1980. They had on, it was a jumpsuit. And it was, no man should have ever worn one of these, ever. It was terrible. Phil Collins is a drummer, I know. But thank you. Yep, Larry Blackman was the drummer, and also Stokely with Mint Condition started off as a drummer, but one day the lead singer couldn't show up and the rest is history. Yeah, but I've never seen Mint Condition do a show where Stokely was the drummer. I've seen him go play drums during a show, but not the drummer. He was the drummer for the whole show. Not that that's amazing and it's never been done before. I'm just saying I didn't know that was his role early on. That dude who sings Sparkle in Your Eyes in that group is the original lead singer. Well, I mean, they had multiple leads. Larry Blackman, according to everything that I've read, started the group. So he was there. And they had multiple people sing lead. So it ain't like he was the lead singer. And I know I said that terminology, but he was one of the lead singers. So, but playing drums and leading songs, I just didn't know that he ever did that. Again, it's not like he's the only person who's ever done it. I genuinely didn't know that he played drums. That's it. Diane says, I didn't know L.A. Reid was a drummer. Yeah. Mary says, Tommy started Cameo and he was the one who sang Sparkle. I know him personally. Well, tell him to go correct all of the history written about Cameo, because all of the history that I've read says Larry Blackman started that group. And when I was watching that concert in 1980, they said the leader at the end of the show, he was back there playing drums, and they said the leader of Cameo, Larry Blackman. So tell Tommy, since you know him personally, he need to go out and correct the history, because that's not what the history says. Now, he may have, with Larry, started the group, or he might have just started it and he ain't getting his credit. Him and Larry started it with the brothers. So then what are we talking about? What are we talking about? We just wanted to say that we know Tommy. Tommy's amazing. Tommy's the best member of the group. He was the one who made it Cameo. Without Tommy, there is no Cameo. He was the leader. He was the lead singer. He was the only lead singer. He's the only one who should have ever led any songs. Is Tommy. Tommy-O. That's what they should call it. I don't know what we're doing. Walter want to know who was the lead singer in Cameo with the song. That is not the title of the song. So why have I lost you? And I don't know. I don't remember. It was two people who sang that song. You know, it was the one dude that started with that line. Today I'm just a lonely man. Tomorrow I'll be a king. And then there was the dude with the falsetto who came in. But wait a minute, I'm still lonely. And I don't know their names. I don't know their names. I'm not a Cameo historian. I was just bringing up that I didn't know that Larry Blackmon played drums for the group while singing lead vocals. That's it. That's it. Mary says, that was Tommy. I know him. Congratulations. I was just giving information about the group. Well, Tommy, thank you for the information. And more than anything, I'm glad that you know him personally. That made all the difference to me. If you'd have just been giving us factual information and not added that you knew him personally, it wouldn't have meant anything. But you saying that you knew him personally, that's what made the difference. To me, anyway. To me. Do men still sing falsetto? Yes, absolutely. Yes. Yes. All right, y'all. I got to get out of here. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I do. Everybody talking about. Mary says, I know Larry too, back in the day, just giving facts. And those are the facts that we need. The fact that you knowing makes all the difference, for real. For real. And look, and I'm telling y'all this, anytime you can give facts and say, I know this person, that's what makes the difference. Like if you just know the facts, but don't know the person personally, you just talking. You just talking. But if you know the person personally, now you're doing something. So, yeah, that's important. I appreciate y'all. Got to get out of here. Do me a favor. You be the reason that somebody smiles today, okay? Till next time. I'm out, y'all. Peace.